Welcome to VeeamON 2024, taking place at the Diplomat Hotel in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And today I have the pleasure of having Candida Valois, who's the Chief Technology Officer at Scality. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me today.
Our pleasure. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about the company.
Yeah, so Scality provides one of the fastest growing and most competitive technologies in the market right now, object storage for on-premise IT infrastructure.
Now, we're here today talking about the VeeamON event. What is it you would say that VeeamON attendees would be most interested to know about the company or the technology, and why should they want to add your booth to their must-see list at the show?
So I'm super excited about this year, VeeamON. I'm expecting, the partners and the customers and prospect have to see the ARTESCA object storage for Veeam backup in action. We will showcase our new ARTESCA 3.0 version, which is the first and only S3 object storage solution to offer what we call the Core 5. So it provides that end-to-end cyber resilience. It provides unbreakable data protection across the 5 levels, from API all the way to the architecture. So ARTESCA 3.0 with Core 5 will take customer to beyond immutability. So if they want to see in action, stop by the booth and we will show it to them.
Now, maybe for some of our more technical folks, you could kind of give us more of a deeper dive into the company's technology and, give our readers a little bit more about why your offerings are unique in the marketplace.
Definitely. We all know that immutability is essential. Every single time I talk to customers or talk to partners is about immutability. In fact, our own research found that I think it's 94% of IT leaders relied on immutability for their cybersecurity strategy. But the situation is, but beware that not all immutable storage lives up to its ransomware-proof promises. And this is what I'm trying to say. Bottom line is, immutable does not equal unbreakable. Not because you are immutable, that makes you unbreakable. Every single vendor selling immutable storage claims their solution will make data ransomware proof. But if that was the case, why ransomware payment keeps growing? I think last year was $1 billion. If we go into the details, I think that we have some data that 95% of ransomware attacks are successful. 85 of organizations were hit by ransomware attacks in the past year. We have 93% of cyber attacks actively target backup storage to force ransomware payments. So clearly, immutability is not enough. So with our Scality ARTESCA, we expand the potential of immutability. It takes us beyond where traditional storage immutable solutions provide right now. And in reality, we believe the ARTESCA is truly the best storage solution for Veeam because it provides what every single customer is looking for. It provides security. They're all looking forward to having a stronger ransomware protection for Veeam following the Core 5 that I mentioned before. It provides efficiency. So they can scale, they can start with one server, 50 TB, and scale to the high petabytes. They're looking for efficiency in terms of restores, fast restores, so they can restore VM in hours, not days, in hours. It also provides them the different deployment options, depending on what the customer is looking for. And lastly, provides the simplicity. We are living right now in a world that is going to be very AI-oriented. Our customers are looking for something that is simple to manage, simple to operate, simple to integrate with Veeam, and that's exactly what we provide. You don't need it to be an expert, a Linux expert, or an storage expert. to work with the Scality ARTESCA and to integrate with the Veeam, with Veeam. We even created a Veeam assistant to make it super simple for customers to integrate with their Veeam infrastructure in less than 5 minutes. And that's already pushing it, by the way. It's like seconds. So it's super quick.
That's fantastic. That's a great rundown of the technology. I appreciate that. Kind of shifting gears a little bit from the technology, how does Scality partner with Veeam? What does that partnership look like? And going back to your product, talk a little bit about how that fits within the Veeam ecosystem.
So one of the things that Veeam loves, I shouldn't say loves, let me say like, right? But definitely like working with the Scality is that our storage solution has no limitation in terms of scalability, meaning no limitation in terms of performance. So what does that mean? The more data you put in there, the performance gets better. It doesn't get plateau or it goes down like other storage solution. So this makes it super simple for Veeam to talk about us because our joint customers, trust me, they don't have throughput issues like with other vendors. They are not the customers like, oh, I'm adding this amount of capacity and my performance is getting bad. That doesn't happen with us. And because of that, we win many deals because of that specific fact alone. So we are a proven technology, enterprise scale technology across many different industry. And that's one of the reasons Veeam likes to work with us. Also, over the past year, we have grown our partnership with Veeam across the globe. As I mentioned, ARTESCA, ARTESCA is one of the fastest growing product right now in the market because of that. We have built strong alliances with Veeam sellers and developing a two-tier distribution model here in the US, but also in EMEA to offer a very easy, simple, purpose-built architecture, hardware architecture with ARTESCA and Veeam. This architecture is based on Supermicro. And not only that, but now we also have agreements with Ingram Micro, with Tinycenix, with Arrow, and many other ones. So if you want to see the list, you go to artesca.com and you can see the list of our partners.
Now, based on your experience with your existing customers, what do you think are the biggest challenges that VeeamON attendees will be facing in 2024? And what is your company doing to solve those problems?
Well, there are three things that a lot of companies are focusing right now, and this is what are we helping them. I'm pretty sure this is not going to be very surprising for you guys. AI, cyber resiliency, and data sovereignty. Those are the main three things that they are working right now in preparing their infrastructure to handle the growth of AI, the cyber resiliency challenges that they currently have, especially because of AI as well, and all this data that we need to keep it private. They cannot go to other locations. They cannot go to other places. So we believe that the companies who keep their data safe and prepare for performance-driven initiatives like AI will win. That's the reality. So here, Scality we're here to help our customer to make that transition, that new transition. And we have the solution. Our solution have been proven. They can definitely protect it against that cybersecurity challenges that they currently have. AI is going to keep growing. The reality is that I think IDC said that it's going to, in the past, for the next 5 to 10 years or so, AI data is going to be mostly unstructured data. So that's going to keep growing. And of course, so we're going to help our customers with that.
Now, you've given us some great information. Is there any way maybe you have a demo of some sort that we can show viewers who are watching this at home?
Yeah, so we have a perfect demo to show you. We have a demo that goes over our integration with Veeam, so you can see how simple it is. you can see a demo. The demos show that security, that simplicity, and that efficiency. So definitely.
Great.
Hi, are you looking for the most secure, efficient, and simple target for Veeam? Scality's got your back. ARTESCA Object Storage extends Veeam's enterprise-grade capabilities for end-to-end cyber resilience and complete confidence in the face of ransomware. Now let us show you how easy it is to configure ARTESCA as a ransomware-proof target for Veeam. Engineered to speed your time to production, the Veeam Assistant needs just 4 pieces of information. It can be used for Veeam Backup for Microsoft 365 or Veeam Backup and Replication. Give the bucket a name, then select Immutable Backup to lock the bucket and provide a maximum protection. Finally, select the size you want the repository to be and then click Continue. Sit back and let the Assistant create all the resources needed for the Veeam repository. We can copy the information and move to the Veeam interface. Let's add the backup repository. Object Storage, S3 compatible. Here we call it ARTESCA. And now we enter the service point from the Assistant and the access key secret key pair. Select the bucket the Assistant created and give it a folder. Make the bucket immutable. Now let's turn to ARTESCA's intuitive UI. Developed with you, the user, in mind, it provides access to everything you need and is incredibly easy to use. The first screen you will see is the ARTESCA overview, displaying all the high-level summary information you need to monitor the system. Across the top, on the ribbon menu, we can access areas to manage ARTESCA: identity, platform, storage services, data management, and alerts. In the identity section, we create and manage ARTESCA users. Let's go ahead and add a user. We assign them a username and fill email, first and last name, and then assign them a temporary password which they get to change at first logon. We then get the option to enable multi-factor authentication, which adds another layer of security to the logon. We can set MFA for individual users or enforce it as a global setting for everyone. Once the user is created, we can assign a role to them. They can be Platform Admin, which grants them rights to monitor and manage the system, Storage Manager, which allows them to manage data and accounts, or both. We can also reset users' passwords and update MFA settings from this tab. If you prefer, you can create groups, add users to it, and control those settings at the group level. In the Platform section, we can see details about the performance and status of the hardware and services of the system. Dashboard shows an overview of the network bandwidth and server components. In this demo environment, the graphs are incomplete, which wouldn't be the case in production. We can see information for each node and the volumes of the system. In the Storage Services section, we see headline information such as total capacity used, raw and protected data, the total quantity of objects, and the status of data protection. We have a system-wide view of latency, bandwidth, operations per second, and response codes. And if you prefer, we can change the UI display theme from dark to light, and we can see how this looks for all the areas we already saw. That concludes the UI overview. Now let us show you how ARTESCA gives you comprehensive control of your data. There's lots of functionality in the data management section. For now, we'll focus on the data browser by creating an object-locked bucket and uploading to it. In the data browser, we can see buckets with used capacity per bucket listed next to it, and in the right-hand panel, details such as versioning and object lock settings. Let's dive in and create an object-locked bucket. We give it a name, click to enable it, which also turns on versioning. Because we are demoing this without connecting an app, we will turn default retention on. We'll set compliance mode for the greatest level of protection and a period of 1 day. The new object lock bucket is here. Let's click into it and upload some objects. We click Add Files and then select them from my local computer and then hit Upload. We now see the objects in the bucket along with some summary information: object name, modified date, and size. When clicking on the object, we have access to more details, including version and data protection information. Here we see the retention mode, the remaining retention period, and we can set legal hold on this object if desired. The data browser can show previous versions of objects. Now let's try to delete an object in the protected bucket. We get a message saying object versions under compliance retention cannot be deleted. Going back up to data management, we can see the Start Configuration for Veeam button. Clicking it runs the Veeam Assistant, which we've already covered. Now you've seen how secure, efficient, and simple ARTESCA is. Ready to make your last line of defense your best? Back up to the best and become unbreakable with Scality ARTESCA.
Well, thanks for that great demo. Where can people go if they want to find out more information, if they can't attend the show, which, by the way, it's a great show, great location, too. We were just there for iGel Disrupt. So if they can't make it there, where can they go to find out more information about Scality?
Go to artesca.scality.com. Artesca.scality.com. You have all the information that you need to know about Artesca, about the Core 5 or integration with Veeam. Pretty awesome demos you will find in there. And also there is a trial, an OVA. You can download it to your VM system and you will be able to test the environment and integrate it with your Veeam application. So go to artesca.scality.com.
Great. Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with VMblog today, and we look forward to the show.
Thank you.